I spit Patron on this microphone. Watch out, I'm in the zone. Worth for everything I own. Life is March Madness. One mistake, then you go. Yeah, I had a stroke, but your boy still rhyming. And Fresh got locked, but the squad still wildin'. Catch me in any city in the hood, we grinding.
All right, so now that Canelo is a free agent, reports are coming out that Canelo and Caleb Plant are in negotiations for a December 19th fight on pay-per-view. So Canelo, free agent, and now we have negotiations, according to multiple sources, that Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez are in negotiations for a fight in December. Trill Dog Bill, what's your thoughts on that?
I thought it was great. We talked about this a long time ago on a previous episode, and I said out of those guys at 168, which I thought would be a good pick for Canelo, was a Caleb Plant. Even though, you know, in the past they said, you know, Canelo had problems with certain slick boxers and stuff like that, and Caleb is a slick boxer, but he's not a Floyd, and he's not a Laura, and I don't see his face holding up like that, taking in those body shots. I think eventually Canelo will wear him down, and this is a good time to get this belt. You know what I'm saying? And then there's still other fights left for Caleb Plant, because he still got the fight with him and David that he can do. And I just think that this right here will be a good pick. This is a good, solid pick for Canelo. Now he can pull away with this. And, you know, like, shout out to Caleb. It's a chance that he can box. He can box and pull up an upset. It was a very slim chance to me, though. But I think he has enough ability that he could box and pull out an upset. I just think with Canelo's pressure and his body work and that high guard that Caleb uses sometimes, I don't know. But I pick Canelo, and I think it's a good fight.
We ain't asked you to pick yet.
Oh,
I'm not surprised that you're picking Canelo already. I'm not surprised. All right. I'm afraid to do it, Ned.
Hey, man. Hey, love, yo, we like you over here.
It was like it was the shot. It was like what's love got to do with it? When Tina was in the studio.
Y'all killed me when I did the what was it?
the metaphors he's using.
Yeah, what movie? What was it? It was I forgot. You Got Served. You killed me with that one.
Ned, hold on, I gotta mute Ned now. Ned, you're muted. Don't you ever in the history of Boxing Bros bring up You Got Served again. Okay? That is killing our credibility. I've never seen that movie, and
I never seen
it. Don't you ever. As long as we do this show,
my daughters love that movie.
All right, go ahead.
Yo, you did bring that up. Oh, man.
Oh, you still muted? Let me unmute you, Ned. All right, go ahead, Ned. Oh, hold on, wait.
It's like the Princess and the Frog. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Hustle and Flow. He gonna whoop that trick.
I got it. Caleb, man. This is I'm proud that you're getting big fights. A big fight on your hands. You got a big fight on your hands. It's a dangerous fight, man. And I hate that you gotta be the first man to go down on the wire, yo. The first season of Canelo's Wire, yo. So it's cool, man, yo. Maybe you can learn from this loss.
He's Strager, huh, Ned?
Yeah. Just know you gotta learn from this loss, yo. maybe he gonna tap them pockets, man. I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Shout out to you, man. Bread.
Yeah.
All right, G.
Man, I'm really super duper excited for this fight, and the reason why is because it's an ultimate win-win for Caleb Plant, no matter what. Whether he wins or loses, this gives him the platform that he's been looking for. Everybody's going to be watching him. The skill set that he has, even if he loses, people are going to be impressed. They're going to be like, yo, this dude could really box, you know? And this is what he needs right now. And I'll say this, the clear distinction between Laura and Plant is Plant don't run. Laura is a runner. No disrespect. Salute. You know,
Plant stays planted.
But exactly. Plant stay planted.
He's gonna be planted on the canvas.
All I'm saying is this. I remember originally we talked about it. I was like, I really did want to see Plant versus Benavidez, right? But yo, the lottery just happened, bro. It's like, you better cash in that ticket. You know what I mean? So go for it. Get the Canelo fight. Yeah, I think it's gonna be closer than what Trill is saying. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make my prediction yet because they both have great skill sets and attributes that complement each other. One is a slick fighter, but the other one's an excellent counterpuncher. So we don't know yet. I need to see how they're doing in training camp and stuff like that. There's a lot of ring rust, especially on both sides, actually. Canelo didn't get to do his Mexican Independence Day fight, so he hasn't been in the ring in a minute. Caleb Plant hasn't been in the ring in a minute. So who knows, But I'll say this. Both champions are excellent fighters. And so that's going to be huge for the sport. Even if they charge $100, I would pay $100. I don't know if that'll slide over there in the UK because maybe Caleb Plant ain't as known.
They'll have a different price anyway.
You know what I mean?
I don't even think the fight would be pay-per-view in the UK.
Oh, damn. You see, that's
Mayweather's fight warrant pay-per-view in the UK.
Yeah, because I know it's going to be free in Mexico. Mexico, they always get the free pay-per-views. But over here in the U.S., we're going to have to pay some money. But I'm willing to pay that money because I love to see the best fight the best. I hate it when it's like one-sided or I know for a fact my fighter's going to beat this other fighter, and then I have to just predict on which round. I want to see where it's like, hey, Canelo could lose. That's the type of fights that I love to pay for. So
that's coming from a Deontay fan, folks. But go ahead.
Yeah. Now, I just want to clear up something. I don't think this
going
to be a wash. I think Plant's going to get some rounds in, but I just don't see him beating the great Saul Canelo Alvarez. And like you said, they both had long layoffs. But Caleb's layoff with his last fight was in February, and then you got Canelo's last fight, which was in May against Kovalev, correct? So I think Plant had a little bit longer of a layoff.
It's great.
And I just think competition is different though. Another thing that I wanted to add in, the competition that Canelo has faced. And the type of people that Plant has faced, I haven't seen him in there with a person that says that he could be prepared for somebody like a Canelo. I see that him giving a valiant effort, and I think that he's gonna get some rounds. But I just think that the pound for pound number one fighter in the sport is just gonna be too much.
Let me end by saying this, man. Poor Charlo, because I know he wanted that fight, but it is what it is, man. You be all right, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, for me, I think a few things. One, I think it's a good selection. I think both fighters have reasons to be confident going into this fight, which is why I think they're in negotiations. I think Canelo knows he's used to fighting on that level. Canelo's been in there with some slick boxers. I mean, he's been in there with Floyd. He's been in there with Laura. He's been in there with Trout. He's been in there with Danny Jacobs. He's been in there with a lot of good slick boxers, and he got the nod every single time except when he fought Floyd Money Mayweather. So he feels good about fighting slick boxers. If you're Caleb Plant, though, you realize that he has difficulty with those fighters. They do get rounds. Danny Jacobs got rounds. Austin Trout got rounds. Laura got rounds. And so if you have the skill set that Caleb Plant has, you have to believe going in, you're going to be able to get rounds in the bank. So I think he feels that way. But I think Canelo feels like his body assault, like Trill brought up, his timing, his defense, his boxing IQ is going to be too much for Caleb Plant to overcome. The last time I saw Caleb Plant fight, he was fighting Mike Lee. This is no Mike Lee. And the last time I saw Canelo fight, he fought Kovalev. And despite what people want to say about Kovalev, that same Kovalev had stopped Anthony Yard. And Anthony Yard is pretty damn good. So, people want to write off Sergey Kovalev and act like Sergey Kovalev was washed up. Well, let's not forget, just the fight before that, he beat Anthony Yard. And I know a lot of people on this Barassi guy in the UK. They keep telling me look at Barassi, but after the performance I saw from Barassi, I'm not so sure he can beat Anthony Yarde. And this is a guy that the UK is getting behind, and they think I'm not so sure Yarde doesn't stop this guy Barassi. I wasn't impressed with his last fight. This is COVID times, and maybe everyone's not able to get the best training. So you got to give him credit for that win over Kovalev. When it's all said and done, it's different under the lights. When you're under those big lights, it's a different type of fight. Canelo, it's a walk in the park for him. For Caleb Plant, it's going to be his first time under that microscope. And sometimes that microscope drains you. See, a lot of people talk about Wilder not looking the same. A lot of it had to do with the stage. Sometimes the stage can be too big. And when you're not accustomed to being under those lights, that's why one of the things Floyd used to say was, this is just a walk in the park for me. Like, for them, when those lights go on, it's different. Lastly, why is Canelo targeting December 19th? I was told December 19th is a bad date. I was told college football playoffs and all types of stuff was a bad date. So I was told you couldn't have a fight on December 19th. That's what I was told. But when you're a superstar and you're confident that you're going to pull in the views and get the buys, you don't care what the date is because you know people are going to go to wherever you are. So beautiful work. I hope the fight comes through. I'd watch and I'd pay. I'm not going to say what I would pay. Gee, stop saying what you would pay for the fights. You never know. I'm not saying, listen, we don't have
$20. I'll pay the $20.
We don't have like 80,000 subs. We have 8. But apparently our videos reach people. So you saying you pay $100 for something, G, you could be putting something in the air.
Right. You know what? I'll pay 100 cents.
Five on it.
Got it.
$50, man. I'm done.
Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Also, please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
We could have been flawless, flying up to make people's mouths drop jawless. How can 2 years be erased in 1 August? And you know I have my pride, so I had to get brolic. All in all, I can't call it. Just know you're my queen. Wish I was denim, cause then I be in your jeans. Can't fight fate, and you've been loving me since your teens. But when you can't move forward, you gotta wipe your slate clean.